is Mrs. Walters, and I am your new art teacher. Some of you may have had me as a teacher for a different class and might know me as Miss Johnston, but I am officially Mrs. Walters now. So you can call me either Mrs. Walters or just Walt. A lot of students have started calling me Walt, and I actually really like it, so either one is perfectly fine. I am really excited to start to get to know each of you and to learn your names and learn a little bit about you, but I thought I would start off the year with just an introduction video to myself. So it's going to give you a lot of personal information about me, which I think is great. I like to share a lot with my students, and I think it's an interesting way to interact with you because then you know a bit more about my life and it's not just such a mystery. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my family, about my pets, about the music I like, and about the artwork that I enjoy making, which I think is important as your art teacher. So I'm excited to share all of these things with you, and then we'll talk just a little bit about how I like to teach my classes. I'm really excited, so let's go ahead and get started. This is me and my family, and this is my husband, who is my best friend in the entire world, and I feel so lucky to have found my soulmate. We have two 8, almost 9-year-old daughters named Ellie and Hayden, who are going into 3rd grade this year, and we are a blended family. So Hayden is Cam's biological daughter, and Ellie is my biological daughter. But they met when they were teeny tiny, and it's been like having instant twins. We live really close to the Greenbelt, so we walk there almost every day, and we really like making things together. We enjoy watching Avatar and Harry Potter. If you haven't noticed, we have another little one on the way, and this is his nursery, which we've been working so hard on. And as you can see, he has already received his acceptance letter to Hogwarts, which we are very proud of. And his due date is November 11th. We have 2 other little babies named Asia and Frida, and they are both rescues from the Humane Society, and they both have abusive pasts, but we are so lucky that we found them because they have been 2 of our very best friends that we've ever had. We also have a cat named Takara, who is pretty similar to a dog as well. Something that you'll soon find out about me is that I am very passionate about the music that I listen to, and I really enjoy finding new songs and updating my playlists, and I play them for all of my classes. In fact, that's one of the things that I most often connect with students about is music that we're listening to in my classroom. So I really like when students come up and give me suggestions and we can listen to similar music and kind of pass songs back and forth. But I wanted to just show you some of the artists that I enjoy listening to because I have a pretty wide variety. One of my favorite genres of music is EDM, so one of my all-time favorites is Odessa. I really enjoy Louis the Child. Kind of in that same vein is Quinn 92 and Erling. I also really enjoy trap music, and Troy Boy is one of my all-time favorites, and in fact, we've seen them 4 times in concert. Another genre that I really love is rap, and although I can't play a lot of it in class, I feel like it's something I can easily connect on with students. I really enjoy listening to Healy, I like JID, and EarthGang is one of my all-time favorites. Since COVID hit and I became pregnant, I haven't really been to many concerts, but it's something that I really love, and I'm looking forward to the day that we can go back. This is at a Hippie Sabotage concert a couple of years ago. Next, I'd like to share some of my own personal artwork that I've created with you. And it is very personal, but I think that it's important for you to see that I do enjoy creating my own artwork and that I am very passionate about this subject. It's not just some elective that I chose to teach. So I am going to show you some of the pieces that I've made, some of the successful points in my artistic career that I've had, in hopes that you'll be able to see that I am very dedicated to this subject and that it's something that has really shaped my life. As an artist, I like to create what's called a series of work, or a lot of different pieces that go together with one cohesive theme. And these are examples of artworks I made for a series called Anatomy of the Female Soul, which the main theme for this was feminism and symbolism. So I was lucky enough to have all of these pieces selected for a First Thursday gallery show, where I got to display all of my artwork together for the very first time, which was very meaningful to me. And here are a few close-ups from a couple of pieces from this series. As you can see, they were very mixed media. I worked with chalk pastel, colored pencil, and a lot of other added in details to create this body of work. This final piece was selected from that show to be the cover of the Boise Weekly, and so I created it again so that it was a little bit more high quality, and this is what it looked like. I created another series that was based off of showing the symptoms of anxiety through the use of food. I really enjoy using my artwork to express things that are sometimes a little bit more difficult to just say out loud. There were a few pieces that I created that led to the series that I'm working on currently, and the first was this turtle I created on wood that actually won a place in a gallery. And then there was this deck, a skateboard deck that I created titled Venus that I created on wood. And both of these pieces made me realize how much I enjoy using marker on wood to let the wood grain show through. So this is an example of what I'm working on currently, and I won the Alexa Rose grant to keep working on this. And I'm not done, but you can see that the background will eventually be gold, and I'm very excited to finish it. My husband and I also created a children's book together, and since he is an English teacher, he wrote the story and I illustrated the pictures. And the story is to help our children understand our blended family. We are really excited about this book and are even more excited that we get to sell it at Hyde Park Street Fair this year. We were also lucky enough to win the Moonbeam Children's Book Award for this book. The last thing that I'd like to share with you in this video today is how incredibly passionate I am about being an art teacher. It's one of the things that I love to do most in the world. Just as much as I love to create my own artwork, I enjoy helping students find the confidence and skills needed to create artwork that helps them to express themselves. So I would like to share some student accomplishments with you because I am so incredibly proud of them. 2 years ago, the first time ever, Centennial participated in an art contest called Chalk Art, which is an amazing cause where the students selected a student-written poem based on gender equality, and they had 1 hour to complete a drawing in a live venue. Our students won first place, which was a huge accomplishment out of the entire state. When I worked at Sawtooth Middle School, my students had an amazing opportunity to paint in Freak Alley, which is a place downtown Boise where artists are allowed to paint on huge brick walls in an alley. We were the first school to be able to paint there, which was super awesome. The last student accomplishment I'll tell you about is when one of my students from Sawtooth won an art contest that had 85 countries participating and 300,000 students that entered, and she was one of the top winners, which was pretty darn cool. I hope that this video was helpful to you and that you feel like you know a little bit more about me. And I am really excited to learn a lot more about you. I can't wait to get to know you and to have you all as students. So let's start an amazing semester together. Thanks for watching.